Welcome to yoga.
We're going to actually start on the mat today. And I've set up my blocks here because I'm going to actually sit on my knees. I'm kind of lifted off the ground quite high. You don't have to sit on your knees. I find we're going to start with some head, neck, and shoulder warm-ups today. We're going to kind of work down the body throughout the class, starting with the head and neck and working down the spine. But you can sit cross-legged if you want. You can sit, well, probably cross-legged or on your knees, or if you want to stand, that's also an option. Yeah, so I've had some head and neck like stiffness lately in a new way. And the temperature is changing. Yeah, things are getting cold now, and I think that also affects how we hold our body and how we hold our spine and our neck and where we grip. So let's just start with a very simple side neck stretch. We've done this before. We just take the palm of our hand to the side of our head and we flex the opposite hand, sending the palm down to the ground. And go ahead and just close your eyes. We're not really pulling the head. We're just using the hand on top of the head as a bit of a weight to guide that right ear to the right shoulder and open up the left side of the head and neck. Now, just rotate that left shoulder down and back. Drop the scapula down. See if you can lift the belly button towards the spine. So you activate the core. Then we're just going to close our eyes here. Take 3 breaths, slow. With each exhale, see if you can create more space between the ear and the shoulder. And then slowly tilt the chin down toward the chest on the diagonal, and then rotate the chin up on the diagonal. So we're kind of just slowly rotating. Oh, yeah. Let's just do this a few times, eyes closed. Inhale as you lift the chin and exhale as you lower down towards your right shoulder. Good. And release. Bring that head back to neutral. Just shake the hands out a little bit, get the blood circulating there. And then switch sides. Using the weight of the hand on the side of the head, top side of the head, flex that opposite palm down and rotate that shoulder down and back. Lift the belly button. Yes, so we're activating and lighting some fire in the core of our torso. We're really trying to drop the shoulders down the back. And we're using the weight of the hand to just gently pry open that space between the ear and the shoulder. 3 breaths. Good, and start that gentle rotation, shifting the chin down towards the left shoulder and then rotating it up on that diagonal. So you're creating like tracing a diagonal line with your chin. Keeping the shoulders over the hips. Try not to lean forward. And when we work slowly like this, and really push the edge of where the chin it can move, where it feels comfortable, where it feels uncomfortable. That's when we're really getting deep into the stretch and release. Good. We don't often spend so much time with that. Take a nice deep breath in. Ah, good. Now we're going to take the hands and interlace the fingers behind the head, almost as if you're creating a basket for the back of your head with your fingers. From here, we're going to lift the chest up, but we're going to kind of knit the rib cage down. So we don't want to release the lower back like we're sticking our butt out. We're lifting the chest towards where the ceiling meets the wall, but the rib cage itself is knitted down. So you should feel a really great stretch across the chest, but also along the back between your scapulas. Now inhale here, deep inhale. And on the exhale, slowly curve the chin forward. Let the elbows come down forward and get a nice curve of the upper back. The weight of the hands is helping tuck that chin down. Inhale, nice and slow and deep. Open up the chest. Come back up to that angel position with the elbows kind of pointing outward, chest lifted. And then exhale back down. Continue this a few times in your own timing. Squeezing the air out of your body on that exhale. Sipping in deep sips of air on the inhale. This is a really great stretch to do if you've been sitting at your computer or driving in your car. Yeah, so when you come back up, release those arms and let's just circle the wrists as we bring them down slowly and reverse that circle. Awesome. Okay. So now we're going to interlace the fingers, send the palms to the ceiling, and we're going to basically circle the arms behind the head, kind of like tracing a circle. I think of this as like flossing the shoulders. So we're really trying to trace a big circle behind the head and keep those elbows to the side and back. So we're taking the arms behind the head. So, sorry, the hands. So when you bring the hands down, take them behind the head at the nape of the neck, if you can, down at the nape of the neck. Switch directions. Ooh. Yeah, and interlacing the fingers also helps use your opposite hand to pull the arms out of the shoulder socket. Again, like we're flossing the back of the head. That should feel really good. And release. Whew, nice, shake it out. Okay. And last but not least here, let's take the arms out. Let's bring the right arm down below the left and come into this little eagle arms. If you can, grab the palms together. If not, the back of the hands can be together. Or if you want, you can just bring the elbows together. You don't have to do the eagle arms. So if you're doing eagle arms, grab hold of the hands as best you can and lift the elbows up in front of you. Good. Now we're just going to bend. We're going to bend. Oh, we're gonna start. Let's go to the right. We're going to take the elbows to the right, and then we're going to trace up along the top of the wall, and then down along the left, and then we're going to come through a nice forward fold and back around. So the upper back gets involved. We actually lift the chest, and then we move it to the left, and then down, and then right. Oh, that feels so good. Try the other direction. Go the other direction. Ooh, to the right this time. Inhale as you bring the shoulders up, and exhale. Oh. Yeah, this is actually hard. All right. Unhook those arms very gently and release the shoulders. Just kind of shake them out. We're going to do the other side. Ooh, okay. Arms come out. This time we bring the left arm under and we bring the palms together. Again, if the palms can't come together, you can do the palms, the back of the hands together with the elbows together. That also works. If you're in eagle, lift the arms and let's go to the left. Circle to the left, drop down, circle to the right, and then lift the chest up. Oh. Exhale as you bring the chest forward and down. Inhale as you rise. Beautiful. Try the other direction. Let out some big sighs. Good. Unhook those arms. All right. Good. Actually, we're going to do one more thing. I'm going to come off my blocks and I'm going to sit cross-legged here. We're going to take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and then bring the hands to the left, top of the left hip. So I'm resting my knuckles on my right hip, and I'm looking to my left. Try to keep those elbows reaching back behind you. So you should feel a nice stretch along the front of your right shoulder. Focus on the breathing. Focus on the feeling. And release. Try the other side. Let's unhook the hands and rehook them with in a way that doesn't feel normal. So interlace your fingers in a way that you don't normally interlace them. And then bring those knuckles to the left hip. Send the elbows back and look to your right. Good. All right, release. Let's take those legs out, just shake them for a minute, get the blood circulating. I think I might sit on my sweatshirt just to get up a little higher here. We're gonna bring the legs back into crisscross. I've got my left leg in front of my right. We're just gonna sit nice and tall here. Inhale. On the exhale, we're just gonna twist to the right. This is just a gentle spinal twist. We're working our way from the top of the head, down the neck, through the shoulders, and now we're working the spine gently here. Very gently. Easy stretch here on the spinal twist, looking over our right shoulder. Take 3 breaths. Now, from here, let's lift that right arm up, the back arm, the arm that was behind you, and then let's lean across the body, creating these 2 opposing lines. So we're rooting our hip down to the ground, but we're trying to stretch that side body. Breathe. Good, and recover. Back to neutral. We're gonna inhale. On the exhale, twist to the opposite side. Looking over the left shoulder. 3 breaths. Good. Lift that right arm, the left arm up. Come back to center and lean across that front arm. Oh, yeah, root the left hip. Feel that side body stretch. So we have these 2 lines we're creating with our arms that create almost kind of parallel lines. Feels good. And recover. Good. And we're just going to take the arms out here, bring the elbows together, and all we're going to do is inhale, lift the shoulders forward and up, and on the exhale, send the shoulders forward, back, and down. So the elbows actually just move because the shoulders are moving. Shoulders go forward and up, shoulders go back and down. Couple more times. Yeah, good. Let's take the hands to the knees, and we're just going to inhale, arch, look up, and exhale, round, look down, scoop that belly button back. And you can even let the pelvis rock here a little bit. It should feel good to kind of rock the pelvis forward and back. Good, and take the rib cage to the right, do a little bit of a stir here, stir it up with the rib cage. 3 times in one direction and 3 times in the other direction. Really isolate the ribs, so it's just the chest that's moving around and above the waistline, above the pelvis. Good. All right, shake out those legs, and we're going to come into prayer pose or child's pose. I'm going to keep my knees a little bit wide here, and the arms out in front. So let's just take a couple breaths here. Let the pelvis drop through the ankles down towards the floor. Good. Coming up onto all fours, let's reestablish those parallel lines and the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to take the right arm out and weave it through. Now, we're actually going to place our forehead on the floor and extend the left arm out. Good. If you want, you can bring the weight of your forehead onto the left side of your forehead. But you should feel a really strong stretch across the top of your right arm. If you want, you can turn your head to face the left arm that's shooting, I'm sorry, the right arm that's shooting out underneath here. The palm is up. And if you want, you can also take the left hand to the waist and pushing into the ground, see if you can look over your left shoulder. And coming back down, place the left hand on the floor and then come back into all fours. I probably should have done the other side first so you guys could see it. Oh well, now I'm going to do it. The left arm comes out. I weave the arm underneath the other arm. The palm stays up. The forehead goes to the ground and the weight of the pelvis shoots back. I'm shooting out my right arm like kind of in prayer pose. Wow, that just majorly stretched my waistline. And then if you want, you can rotate onto the left side of your cheek, the left cheek. And then if you want, you can take that right hand to the waist and then rotate and look over your right shoulder. Placing the right hand back on the mat, push into the mat, come onto all fours. All we're going to do here is push into prayer, come up, and then push gently into cobra. So we'll just do that about 5 times. Prayer and cobra. Find the breath. Whatever feels comfortable for you, where you want to inhale and where you want to exhale. Good. All right, coming to all fours, time to take off my socks. We're going to come into downward facing dog. So find your way into downward dog as I try to get off my socks. Why is that so difficult? And say hello to your down dog. Tread those feet and those knees. And wag the tail. Lift the heels, lower the heels. We're going to do the same thing we just did between prayer and cobra, but we're going to do down dog and plank. So just do that about, I don't know, 5, 6, whatever times, inhaling with each movement, exhaling with the next. Finding the rhythm. If this is too much, you can always put your knees down right here and just look up. You can come between down dog and all fours. You can even come into up dog if you want. I'm sorry. Yeah, like a high cobra. I'm just going into plank. Trying to get some heat going here. Coming back into down dog. Lift the right leg off the ground. Bend the knee and just circle that knee 3 times. Big circles in one direction. And then in the other direction. Good. Switch sides. Left leg comes off the ground, bend the knee, circle. Warming up the body. Good. Coming back to down dog, and then coming into all fours. Bring that right leg forward. Press the hips forward and come up to vertical. Shake out those hands, shake out the wrists. We're going to bring the palms together above the head and send them down the back. Again, the nape of the neck is resting on the wrists. Elbows are back, chest is lifted. Breathe. Good. Keeping the hands in prayer. Bring them in front of you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. On the exhale, twist across your body and place your elbow on your knee. So your left elbow on your right knee. There you go. Beautiful. Looking over your right shoulder. We're adding a little spinal twist to this stretch. Now, if you want to take it a second level, you can tuck the back toe and come up to a runner's lunge. Get off the knee, lift the knee off the floor. But that's only if you want to. You can stay here and then unhook that elbow. Bring the hands down to the mat and bring that knee back to all fours. Nice breath here. Step forward with the left. And we'll do the other side. The arms come up, palms together. And then fingertips point down the back. Head rests in a little nest that we've made with our wrists. And we send the chest to where the ceiling meets the wall. Bringing the torso back to neutral, bring the hands in front of the heart. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist the right elbow to the left knee and look over the left shoulder. Pressing the hands in prayer to try to keep them at heart center. You don't want the prayer hands to come underneath your armpit. You want to keep them close to heart center. Drop the scapulas down the back. Now, if you want, tuck that back toe and then bring the knee off the floor. Come on down to your knee, bring the torso back to neutral, hands to the mat, and send that leg back. Let's actually come down on our mat, on our belly. Make sure you have some room in front of you. Take a nice deep breath here. You can just kind of shift back and forth a little bit, wag the tail. We're going to inhale and take the arms above the head with the upper body coming off the floor. And then we're going to bring the elbows close to the rib cage, and then we're going to come down. So the movement goes like this. Inhale, arms above the head, exhale, tighten up, bring those elbows into the rib cage and release. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and release. Inhale, lift the arms and the upper body off the floor. Exhale, come a little higher, elbows to rib cage, and release, forehead to floor. Continue that, let's do 3 more. Good. Let's bring the heels together, knees apart. I brought my hands up by my forehead. We're going to lift the legs off the floor, pressing the pelvis into the mat, and then lower the legs. Lift. So this is the glute exercise. Gently activating the glutes by lifting these little frog legs that we created off the ground. Keep going in your own time. Exhale as you lift the legs off the floor. Inhale as you lower. Good. And just let the feet kind of windshield wiper left to right. Just kind of let them kind of sway left to right. Maybe circle though. Do what feels good to kind of let loose for a minute here. We're going to try coming into bow pose. So you want to grab the outside of your foot with each hand. I'm holding on to the arch of each foot. My forehead is on the ground. I'm going to inhale here. On the exhale, I'm going to lift the thighs off the ground, and I'm lifting the upper body, the upper torso off the ground. Breathe. I didn't get very far off the ground, but that's okay. This is my bow pose. And that's where I'm supposed to be. Good. And release. Let's come up through plank. Push up to plank. Hold plank for just a second. Breathe in plank. And come into down dog. Good job, yogis. Walk those feet to the hands. Find your forward fold. Then let's just shake the head no. And shake the head yes. And grab those elbows. Just hang out in forward fold for a minute. And bending the knees, rolling through the spine. Let the belly button lift the spine and come to standing. All right. We're going to do our pranayama. 20 breaths. Mark the end of our warm up. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, bring the arms down through heart center. Whenever you're ready, begin. Couple more. On that last one, interlace the fingers and send the palms to the ceiling. Drop those shoulders. Walk the shoulders up the ladder one at a time. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Feel that delicious length. And then keep that length as you bring the arms down. Good, let's go right into tree here. Find your tree, however you want to get there. Coming out of it, and then just shifting right into the other side. Tree is a balancing pose, so you don't have to worry about how far your foot is up your leg, or where your knee is, or really what your arms are doing. It's really about just standing on one leg and the challenge of that. Good, beautiful. Let's come into chair pose at the edge of our mat. Finding our chair. And from here, we're going to lift that right thigh to the chest, balance there for a second, and then send that leg back, coming into crescent pose. Find your crescent pose. Left knee is over left ankle. Drop the back leg, the back heel, and come into warrior two. So we went from crescent into warrior two. Beautiful. Find that flatness of the pelvis here. Breathe. And let's come into reverse warrior, tilting that left arm up and over, placing the right on the leg. Breathe. And then just to further the stretch, straighten that front leg. See if you can reach further back, keeping the chest open. And let's reverse through those poses again. Reverse warrior, warrior two. And now here's the tricky one. Swing that right arm down, lift the back heel, come into crescent, and push off that leg to come into chair and then come back to standing. I have to get ready. I'm a little cramped here with all this business. So you might lose my head, but I have to come forward. All right, let's try the other side. I think I'll face this way so you can see me. So chair pose. Establish that, shoulders down, arms by your ears, lift the thigh to the chest, the left thigh to the chest. Send that leg back into crescent. Lift the chest towards where the wall meets the ceiling. Drop that back heel, open up into warrior two. Find the flatness of the pelvis. Keep that right knee over the right ankle. Focus is over the middle finger. Reverse warrior, right arm comes up, left arm comes down along the left leg. And then we're gonna elongate this stretch by stretching that front leg, reaching further back. Ooh, it feels good. Coming back through the poses. Reverse warrior. Warrior two. Crescent. Chair. And mountain. Awesome. Beautiful. All right, let's take the right, I'm going to use my sock for this because I need a little help. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to throw my sock over my shoulder, and my left arm comes down and grabs hold of that sock. Now I'm going to send the elbows back. Ooh. Yeah, this is tough one on my left arm. Got a lot of tension there. Whew. Kind of making me feel nauseous. Ah. Okay. Release out of that. Ooh. Something's going on there with my left arm. Try the other side. Left arm goes up and over. Right arm goes down and up. If you're using a sweatshirt or a sock, I'm using my sock. You can also use a TheraBand if you have professional gear. And we're just opening up the front of the shoulder. And release. Grab some water. Let's come down to the mat using a little bit of grace and control. We're going to come to the top of our mat and we're going to lift the heels off the mat, balancing here in what you would call like a releve in ballet. We're going to slowly bend the knees, keeping the spine long for as long as we can. And then when we get to that point where we have to stick the booty out slightly, we do that, but we still maintain control, lowering, keeping the core nice and tight, coming down, and then dropping onto the belly, onto the booty, into boat pose. Yes, beautiful. We're just going to tap the toes here. Tap, 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 tap. Keep breathing. Good. Take the hands to the knees, put the feet flat on the floor. Come to sitting for a second. All right. We're gonna lay down on the mat. The arms come up, shooting straight up. We're gonna inhale here. On the exhale, we're gonna sit up, reach forward, bring the hands to prayer, and twist 4 times to get ourselves down to the mat. So 4 twists get us down to the mat, and then we extend the arms again. Inhale, exhale, sit up, prayer, twist, 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 center, and reach. Continue in your own time. Last one. Good. All right, let's just do some basic bicycles. So we're gonna shoot the left leg out on the mat. The right knee is coming into the chest. The hands are behind the head. We're gonna inhale here. On the exhale, we're bringing the left elbow to the right knee. Then we're gonna switch. Ha. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, switch, exhale. Inhale, switch, exhale. Inhale, switch, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 5 more. Last one. Good. Nothing like those classic bicycles to really get the blood going, to get the breath nice and even. I love the inhale, exhale pattern. It's so easy to follow. Each time you move your body, you move the breath. Let those knees fall right and left. All right, we're gonna get those lower abs. And we're gonna do a little fun trick here. So the feet are flat on the floor. We're gonna lift the knees and the pelvis off the floor, lower the feet down to the floor, and then we're just going to grab something up in the air and come back down. So the knees come off the floor, the pelvis comes off the floor, we lower it, and then we just reach out and grab like a ghost that you're trying to grab. So the upper body comes off the floor. Lower body and upper body and lower body and upper body. Keep going. Good. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. Let's do a nice bridge here. Bring the feet close to the pelvis, hands down by your sides. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the pelvis down and up. Coming into bridge pose. Let's just lift that right leg up and back down. Do little marches here. Activate those glutes. Keep the pelvis lifted as high as you can. And release, coming down slowly. Vertebrae by vertebrae, hug the knees to the chest. Rock back and forth. Let's let that right leg extend, hugging the left knee into the chest, and then extend that leg. Circle the ankle one direction and then the other. And then bend the knee and then cross the knee across the body to give yourself a little spinal twist here. Looking over your left shoulder, left palm down towards the ground. See if you can get the shoulder and the knee working towards the floor. Recover back to neutral. Switch legs. Hug the knee into the chest. And then extend that leg. I'm holding on to my pants today. You can hold on to your thigh. You can hold on to your ankle. And if you want, you can even hold on to your toe. Feeling a little tight today, so pants it is. Circle that ankle. Maybe take a nice sigh. Also, relax your jaw. Maybe yawn or do a little face exercising there. Bend the knee and then cross the knee over the body and spinal twist opposite side. And recover back to neutral. Just checking the time. Good. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, release into the floor. And come into Shavasana. Close our eyes. Just relax. And honor the work we've done today. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you want. Otherwise, you can bring yourself up to sitting. Bring your hands to heart center, and we'll close our practice today thinking of something, someone, something that makes us feel connected, makes us feel grounded, makes us feel safe at home. And we'll send some gratitude toward that someone or that something which keeps us connected. The spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming. See you next time.